Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And I'm here with my bestie Chelsea. Again, and we're actually going to talk about anxiety today because I know that a lot of you guys mentioned that you really resonated with Chelsea, that she really gave you that energy boost that you guys needed when you saw her interview, and she's actually been helping me so much with my anxiety. So as you guys all know,
I have it just as bad.
Yeah, what led me to starting Rainbow Harmony, honestly, was my path recovering from PTSD and anxiety, which I still have. And so I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this a lot because I feel like the cards are going to have a lot to say. So first of all, just like Chelsea said, we all have anxiety, and us being able to level with that is something that helps so much. I'm actually in therapy right now, talking a lot with my therapist
and
about...
I should be very soon.
Right? We should all be in therapy, you guys. Right? But it's helping me a lot, like learning tips about anxiety. And one of the main things my therapist says to me is that she says, even I, as a therapist, have anxiety. And that's what
human.
Really... Yeah, it's human.
What makes you human.
And think about it, you guys. You know, we have all this fast food, all the cars, all the planes, all the trains, all the energy, our fast-paced lifestyles. If you have anxiety, you're not alone. It's the lifestyle. So part of...
And the expectations of the lifestyle kind of add a layer, but...
So
it's about being very present.
Exactly. This card's talking about presence. This card is talking about how if you're avoiding what your true passion is in life and you're just kind of working in a hustle and not really paying attention to your natural gifts and your natural talents, you're going to have anxiety. The worst anxiety I had in my entire life was when I was working a job that didn't serve me.
Yeah.
When
you feel like you're compromising your identity, but it's slightly an illusion because the illusion of a compromise is what causes the anxiety, and that you're fully enough in the present moment. But the idea of the compromise is kind of it's crazy because you think you're separating yourself from the anxiety, but then that's when the anxiety's inside of you.
Yeah, so obviously, even if you get a new job and get a new lifestyle, you can still have anxiety, but it starts with checking yourself and being like, am I in the right place? Like, am I really where I'm supposed to be right now? Like, are these friends and these people around me, is this really the environment I'm supposed to be in? Because I realized I got a lot of anxiety when I was hanging around the wrong people and when I was going to the wrong places. So just think about this, your passion is very important with anxiety. Do you have anything else to say about this card, anxiety? She reads cards too. She's extremely clairvoyant like me. Yeah, most of my friends are.
Yeah, I feel like what I get from this card is like your ability to move around freely, and that when anxiety tells you you need this or that to feel like you're able to be in control, you're actually taking your freedom away and giving it to the thoughts and feeding the wolves. And it's almost like saying, I have the ability to move around freely, and I have the choice in this moment to not bring my past into it.
That touches my heart so much. It's so true, because anxiety is when you're in the past or you're in the future. And I've been learning, like, I have a lot of triggers. Like, I get very claustrophobic, and it's because of some stuff that happened in my past. And so when I have
if you see a person from the past, then you think about all the past experience with that person. When you're just seeing the person that you might have brushed shoulders with, but the past doesn't exist. It's like your interpretation of it, and you'll never see the entire story of what caused everything.
So true. So yeah, when you have anxiety, some of it's like making assumptions, some of it's you just like freaking out because of the past, and that's why grounding yourself in the present moment helps.
Well, and it's mainly just like tons of excessive worry based on a traumatizing situation. Like I can't drive still because I have driving phobia. Oh, we knocked over some fish.
Sorry, we're like at our friend's house. And
that'll shake you up.
Do you have anxiety off that? Just kidding. We're in our friend's recording studio. He's got like stuff everywhere. But anyways, what you were saying was really profound.
And I have it too.
Yeah,
but I still, it's funny because I was gonna rent a car when I visited my family in Kentucky, and like leading up to it, even months before, I was like feeling the tension, and I was like telling my boyfriend, I'm like, oh my god, I can't drive, because I like got in a really bad accident in LA with someone, and my car didn't pass smog, and it was like this awful situation happened that no one would ever want to imagine, and I think when I drove, I associated driving with being in danger, and I still did. But I drove in Kentucky, and I was fine. I just tried to focus on, like, I'm in control of my freedom here.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, it's important to get help if you feel like you need help. Like, for example,
help, you guys.
I live in New York, so I don't
avoiding
have to drive.
If you're
I'm avoiding it by living in New York. And if I ever move back to LA in the future or anything, I'm gonna need like a driving therapist for sure.
Yeah, me too. I make my husband drive me everywhere. I have the same thing with her with driving, and
I always think like someone's gonna just turn in front of me and like ruin my life.
I was driving to pick her up the other day, and I was thinking all these horrible anxiety.
But it's not real. It's not real.
And I had to tell myself, promise, you're here, you're right now, you have all your angels, all your guides around you, because in the moment, everything truly is beautiful, and that's why presence is so important.
My mind races whenever I'm having it. I'm like trying to tell myself, I'm safe, and in the same way, me telling me myself that I'm fighting the anxiety, which is making it more real.
Yeah, when you fight it,
and you get stuck inside of your brain, and it's like freaking out, and then you kind of like, I still don't know how to get over mine.
So
really,
real ass tips for anxiety. What are some real ass tips? So far, her and I touching things
around me, like, this is a radio, this is a microphone, this is
rub your skin, or like
this is real.
Your hair, like get in the moment.
I notice, like, I think when I get anxious, I try to look at things that are still, and like notice stillness, because there is a lot of peace in the moment that needs to be acknowledged. And when you're putting all your focus on the frenetic energy of anxiety and not on the stillness of peace, and peace is like very still, and so
where's your focus
like the house is still, the trees are still, I mean their leaves are like flowing in the wind, but I think you kind of have to be like, I'm a tree, and that's the anxiety is just my leaves like freaking out, and that I'm still here.
Oh my
but
gosh,
you almost,
imagine
like,
yourself as a tree. Put your roots into the ground.
I think like driving barefoot helped me with it, but I think that's legal.
Don't do anything illegal, kids. Let's talk about something else, because the cards are bringing something up that I think a lot of people who are watching have money anxiety.
What about everyone gets
money anxiety? What do you have to say about this? Like, I guess for me, first of all, manifesting has helped me a lot. Like, telling myself that there's always more. Because the truth is, there might have been times where I was, like, really broke and shit went down. Yeah. But I'm still here. I still got clothes on my body. I'm not naked.
I just
got
kept
food on my table.
That I kept giving myself this feeling, like, in the future it would all work out.
Yeah, so reminding yourself it's all going to work out.
That could be disassociated. I have no idea.
You got to be careful with that, because you don't want to just be like, I'm fine, and go like on shopping sprees.
Well, you don't want to enable behavior that you are feeling iffy about and not empowered about. Like I also noticed too with money is whenever
the lighting looks so much better on you.
I came close. Whenever I'm not spending money, I feel very stale, and I think part of it is like you spend your money on things that invest in yourself. So it's one thing to be spending your money on drinks, but if you're actually buying clothing for like work or to make you feel better or more empowered, I think by putting it out there, you're saying, I trust the universe will bring this back to me. And it's like what you put your money in, I think the universe always returns it, unless it's like some self-indulgent stuff.
Because money is energy.
Like, that's why drug addicts completely run out of money, because that energy, you're not really investing in yourself when you're doing like crazy amounts of drugs. It's just like common sense. You're kind of like numbing yourself.
Yeah,
so
money's
I think
energy. So like to do things with
you
your
want to keep it flowing.
Yeah, and invest in your business with your money.
And then when you're spending
don't just buy fast food. Don't just spend it
And when you're
on
spending
food.
it, you're putting the intention in as I'm spending this so I can live a little bit better. And it's not about. And so what? If you want to buy a bottle of wine because you need to chill one night, then like you're not gonna die. It's kind of like your brain can think too far in the future, and it'll be like, what if I don't get anything for a month? What if? And that's anxiety. Is what if? And there's no what if, because it's just all happening. Shit is happening.
And affirmations help you. Like, I put my hand on my heart and I remind myself, like, the universe is taking care of me. All is well. Like, all is well. I say, all is well and will continue to be. So seriously, if you're watching this right now, put your hand on your heart and say with me, all is well and will continue to be. Right? There's like something about that. So the last card, I have is divine intervention. Have you ever had a moment of anxiety and like something amazing happened, or like you broke
Always.
through it, or like something
Or like
good
a
came of
friend
it?
is like, oh, I just got paid, so I'll take you out to dinner. You know, it's the small
Yeah.
things. It's the small things too that you're thinking about this big picture of anxiety and your life getting ruined when there's a lot of small miracles that are happening every day, and that might be the miracles.
Yeah, so maybe switch
And
your
that's someone,
mind.
maybe like when I'm driving, I could go, oh, maybe someone's going to let me in or stop for me.
Yeah.
And I need to focus on those miracles
Yes.
because where you shift your attention is what becomes your life.
I was
It's
driving to
where
pick
you
her up, and I had
shift
to
it.
tell myself, I'm going to go pick up my friend. I'm
And then
super
I
happy.
haven't been in a
Like,
car in a while, which didn't make it better because I go every time we hit the brakes, even though we're like 20,000 feet away from a
I drive
car.
like a grandma.
No, you don't. And then she thinks she's driving bad, and then I'm just not used to a car, so we're just like both like having anxiety. But we work through it because I just focused on like peace, breathing, and just staying calm and still.
Look, this is the rebirth card, and if your anxiety is really, really bad, I truly believe that what happens is your anxiety peaks, and you have a
then your
breakdown.
ego dies.
You have
in
a
way.
breakdown. You have an ego death, and this anxiety you're going through.
It's almost like a piece of your
actually-
personality dies,
Yeah.
and then it gets transformed.
It could be like this is actually a rebirth, or like a reawakening, or like a new spiritual awakening for you. So this anxiety,
seeing it differently.
it could peak, and there could be a breakdown, and then like just be aware, like you can rebuild yourself after that. Take it easy.
I like had the worst anxiety after some death, and then smoked tons of cigarettes. I hope no one watches this. That gets sad.
No, it's
Smoked tons
okay.
of cigarettes and did a bunch of bad shit.
I smoke
And
cigarettes
then-
too. I quit. I'm gonna actually have
And
a whole
then,
program
one
on how
day-
to quit addiction soon.
One day my anxiety peaked, and I was like, I wonder what happens if I quit this. And I kind of like stopped caring because my anxiety was so bad that I knew that there was no other option but to quit and try something else. And then I finally quit. But it took like
Hey,
It
this
goes
is
like-
actually
it goes
the
like this.
anxiety card that just came out. The anxiety card just came out, but what's really sweet is there's a message with this card saying that you're protected and you're safe. And that's what I try to remind myself.
That
Like,
also looks
there's
like
spirits, there's unseen forces around me.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
there's
saying-
unseen forces always
can
that
help
are
you.
connecting everything, and you gotta focus your energy on it. But it's
Yeah.
really hard when your mind's like racing to do that. You gotta.
Yeah. This is talking about like opportunities actually. Sometimes your anxiety kicks in because there's a big opportunity for you. Like I get anxiety on the way to my
Oh,
photo
because you're about to
shoots.
receive something
Yeah.
big. You're about to
Yeah.
receive, and so maybe the
Maybe the
that's why
anxiety
I'm
is just
having
excitement.
bouts.
Remind yourself sometimes, instead of like freaking out when you get those anxious feelings, like train yourself to think like, oh, I'm just excited, like something good's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
or I just want to do a really good job.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like when you go to work on jobs, you're having anxiety when it's just basically a confusion in your brain where it's like, oh, I just want to do a good job and make people happy.
Let's talk about social anxiety, because I have this. Even though I'm super
I have it too,
extroverted,
yeah.
we both have social
When
anxiety.
I'm in a room full of people, I hide in a corner and just talk to people I already know.
Sometimes I overshare and just blab and blab and blab. That's like how it turns out.
And then
for
you
me.
go run and hide.
and then you like
afterwards
cry and you
immediately.
overthink it for the next 2 weeks, thinking, "What the fuck
Although
did I say to those
everyone's
people?"
in their own head and they don't even
They don't
remember what
remember.
you said,
They don't-
and if they take anything, then it's their own.
People
stuff.
never remember what you say. They only remember the energy that's behind it. So if you
Yeah,
can
exactly.
actually just have good vibes and bring your good vibes places, you never have to worry about what you
Focus
said or
on
what
the
you
stillness
did.
in your life.
Yes. So just bring your good vibes, and the number one thing that helped me with anxiety, honestly, is just to remember everyone has it. So hopefully listening to me and Chelsea talk about this and just telling you guys we're here for you helps you guys
As
through
humans.
this. They're telling you it's time to get out of your cave. The only way to actually
I need to
defeat
get out of
your
my
anxiety
cave.
is to put yourself in situations where you can defeat it. So for me, I'm going to be driving more. I'm going to be taking planes more. I'm going to be putting myself in groups of people more, trying to not just hide in my cave all the time, because I've been doing a lot of that lately. So they're saying, don't hide in your cave. Like, this is you hiding in your cave.
That's me hiding in my cave all day long, cooking food and like eating ice cream. And...
That sounds amazing. They're saying that, like, a lot of times when you pray or you set intentions or make goals, the universe sends people to
Oh,
answer
and
your
then
prayers. So you have to
It helps
open
you
yourself.
focus your energy that way.
Yeah, you have to open yourself to people.
You have to. It's kind of like you don't get better until you're done suffering.
Yeah.
Like you have to be so done with suffering to get to the next bit of healing.
We're in a world of contrast, dark and light.
And
hot and cold, up and
suffering
down.
gives you a sense of identity. You're like,
Yeah.
this happened to me.
Yeah.
And that's just an expression of the universe, and you're an expression of the universe.
I'm
It
learning a
didn't,
lot
like,
through my
happen to
anxiety, and the
you.
thing I'm realizing is, you know what, I might have it the rest of my life, but at least,
Yeah.
you know,
just learn
feel
how
the
to
fear
cope.
and do it anyways. And you know what, if you have to look over and tell someone, hey, I have anxiety,
And if you have to cancel your plans,
yeah, do it. Take care of yourself.
yeah, if you have to cancel your plans and stay in one night, do
And
it. But
tell
then
your friends. If you're having
go out.
anxiety, be honest. I told her and my husband earlier today, I'm having anxiety, and they helped me.
Yep.
They got me some juice. They like kind of like calmed down with me
Sugar
for a
always
second.
helps.
Yeah, it does kind of help. So eating healthy, vegan, vegetarian, lots of greens, throw out the processed food. Your anxiety could just be because of your diet.
Oh yeah,
Talk to your doctor, but
and salt.
salt. Yeah. Well, you guys, we love you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. We'll see you later. Peace out.
Bye.